Hello? It's late. I got coffee. The guy sitting in the very, very bright light there, this is Mario. Oh, Mario! Yes, it's Italiano. And it's a German. He's Sherman. The Sherman Mario. He's a student of mine, and he's got a gig. I'm gonna sit down. So he's got a gig on Saturday. I'm right here. He's got a gig on Saturday, and they're playing good old 80s hard rock music. This is music. And he asked me to assist him in an inexpensive pedal build. Because what he's got this, I don't know, crappy kind of 80s-y Marshall something about Hendrix and Plexi. How good can that be, really? Well, I guess we're gonna find out. So he's got a self-built himself because he's a woodsman worker man. He's got, you know, wood. 212 with a actually very nice, I think modified Marshall from some year with some features. And as of yet, an empty pedal board. I think that's a Warwick with some inputs and outputs and some extra power supply thingies. So the dogs are running towards my girlfriend for some reason. And we're gonna try to now build him all the sounds he needs for his gig on Saturday. And we're doing this with the help of our good friend David Grant, who sent us Ironman pedals and Joyo products for money. Hello! You cannot poke your head in here. You are secret, you cannot be seen.
Oh, you're recording?
I am recording.
Oh, sorry.
You are a secret.
I left you 2 cats.
Thank you for the cats. She takes the dogs, but she brings the cats. So, what we're doing is, Mario actually gave this guy money, and for the money, we received Ironman pedals and a Joyo PXL Live and a power supply. Why don't you come bring some of those pedals over there? On the table. And we're gonna put them all on a board. Of course, we're gonna do fast forward and stuff because who wants to see that? And the board is 8 Ironman pedals and 1 bigger phaser. So we got the power supply 2 right here. That's gonna take care of 8 of the pedals right away. And the 9th pedal and this I think will power with the Warwick. Then we've got the PXL Live 8-channel looper. It's got MIDI, but we don't need that yet. But I thought maybe at some point maybe he wants a MIDI pedal, so he invested in that. Now we got this thing twice. It's the Quattro. There isn't a video on my channel yet, as of this video taping. Now why do we have 2 of this? The Quattro is actually a 4-mode delay. Quattro. Like a Mario, like a Quattro, eh? And you've got analog delay, digital delay, modulation delay, and a really cool filter delay that the guy at Joyo named Super or whatever programmed. He knows what the fuck he's doing. This is a killer delay, and I thought, well, we put it in 2 different loops, and then he always has 2 different modes that he can switch between because you don't want to bend down and actually switch live. So 2 different delays, 2 different delay times, 2 different delay sounds. Very cool and inexpensive way to have a multi-delay sound. Or maybe even behind each other. So we got 2 of these as delay. Then we got a Series 1 vintage phase, which you can also buy as a Harley Benton pedal, but this is the original Joyo. We have the Future chorus from Ironman. Very subtle chorus. We don't need major chorusing or crazy Zakk Wylde stuff. Just some subtle chorusing there. And now we go into drives. No, actually, the space Verb. It looks like a little toy, but seriously, this is one of the nicest, lush, creative reverbs I have tested. Very cool. Video will be coming soon. So we're set on all the space stuff, right? We got the Husky Drive, which is pretty much an OCD. Video on my channel, very cool for thick riffing, which is, thick riffing we need, yeah. Clean glass, that's kind of a Fendery thing. Could be used as a clean boost, could be used as a different kind of thicker clean sound, or it could actually scream if you wanted to. Old school. It's, overdrive to mild distortion. Very nice for single chordy sounds, but it's just a very nice, dirt pedal. And then we got Little Blaster. That's your 80s frickin' rhythm machine. It screams and it's fiery red. And we're gonna put all these on the board and try to make it nice and cable it up and at least make it work for Saturday. And then do some settings with the Marshall. Anything else I'm forgetting? No, Wawa goes on there, and he's got a more, right, more?
Yeah.
More tuner, we gotta put that on there too somehow, but we got the tuner out on the PXL. There's no channel switching, nothing, right? Just clean, that's it.
Yeah.
He plays one of these, PRS SE 245. So I got one of those so we know exactly what guitar to test this crap with. And we gotta say that you know, David's just a doll. He's such a doll. He actually sent us Joyo Audio UK t-shirts. And I actually think we should wear these.
Yes.
I think we should wear these. And nothing else. You know, with our things dangling. Okay, so we're gonna get dressed and then we'll see you back. So, we are here now in our Joyo Audio UK t-shirts. And we're gonna build and we're gonna make it a little bit faster. So we're gonna unwrap. And of course, really, really cool, please note that the all these pedals have the Velcro inside. So we don't even have to cut anything except for the big looper. So we're just gonna take it out, smack it on, put it on there, done. So we're gonna do this in fast. I will see you once we test some sounds. See ya.
The silence of the night, darkness shadow calls you bright, and as the raven joins in flight, we feel the pain. A sacred candle burning strong, and I don't know where I belong. And the thought is moving on our way to Babylon. On our way to Babylon. Crystal ball, could we win or lose it all? Deep in the magic castle wall, we see the way. There's a rainbow touches ground, the unicorn won't make a sound, and the truth cannot be found. Fly away, fly away. It's a midnight sky masquerade. In the dark, you'll be afraid. It's a midnight sky masquerade. Ghosts and demons storm the gates. Storm the gates.
Hello. So as you could see, it was quite a little bit of trouble to wire all this up because it's a top-loading board. So all the cables had to, you know, somehow go on top. We used some George L-type cables from Mo in here. Some cables I made myself, but they are really more constipated to go under a board like the Joyo PCB or like a pedal train type board. But this is all temporary anyway. Mario wants to actually build a board specifically for these pedals with all the little holes where they exactly go. So he's gonna do some woodworking magic and actually build a really beautiful pedal board just for this Ironman setup. And you hopefully will get to see that. But for Saturday, this is what we're going with. And now I'm gonna cut you out and we come back with some sounds. But we're gonna program it first. You don't need to see me push on a million buttons. So I'll see you in a few. Hello, it's me again. We are done. We programmed all the sounds and we tested everything we need to test. And let me actually put this in bypass here because it's a little bit noisy. So I'm going to show you the board. For thrown together for one gig, this is actually really nice. It's going to clean up at some point. So let me show you what we've done. So we got the wah, good old crybaby, and there's a more tuner, which of course we can access by hitting the mute button, and that goes into tuner mode. So, and here you can see we labeled the PXL, which really helps to see, let me go back a little bit, which really helps to see what pedal is active right now. That's a clean glass with the Verb, and then we got a chorus and the Verb, we got just the old school, we got a screaming lead sound, which is the old school going into the little blaster, and then into the first Quattro, which is on analog delay. This is a modulation delay, which we have somewhere here, right there, just the Quattro, the second one. So, obviously labeling your looper, which I never do, is a very good idea because you immediately see what's going on. On bank number 2, on B, we have the Husky Drive, but the Husky Drive has the vintage phase, first vintage phase going into the Husky Drive for, what is that, Ain't Talking About Love?
Yes.
Which is, of course, a Paul McCartney tune. Paul McCartney used a lot of high gain distortion with phasing. And it's actually super simple now to switch all this. Here's the thing. You're gonna hate me, you're gonna debate this, you're gonna say I'm an idiot. What we have here is a Plexi. And we have a power soak on it. Yeah, I know, you have to crank it up. You cannot crank up a Plexi in a little club. It's gonna simply not, it's not gonna work. I mean, it's gonna eat your ears. So we have a power soak on it. And we tested these pedals, and with the drives, I mean, by itself, it's got a nice rock sound, but we want to put these pedals in front of it. So we set it to clean. And my understanding, every time I play a Plexi or a Plexi pedal, and I've got several, I've got the Plexi tone from Carl Martin, other stuff like this. Every time I play a Plexi sound, it's got a lot in the bottom end. It's got a lot of bite in the high mids and high end, but the warm mids are simply not there. Please don't argue about this. They're simply not there because we played these pedals, and what was our face, Mario?
Yeah.
What did our face look like?
Oh, well.
It wasn't smiling like he is now.
No.
It simply wasn't happening. They were harsh. They were empty. They were cold. I really was disappointed, and I think he was disappointed because he just forked over a lot of money for this board. Well, not that, but I mean, you know, it's cheap, but it's still, I mean, we have 9 pedals and a looper. It was a little bit of money. So, just to test, I put up the Mjolnir, which we haven't done a video of. It's coming. The Joyo Mjolnir, very inexpensive. It's about 1/3 of the price, actually less than 1/3 of the price, than this Marshall Plexi. And immediately his face lit up, and he was like, okay, I didn't buy, you know, crappy pedals. I have a crappy amp. Sorry, guys, but that's what, right?
Yes, of course.
I mean, this is the guy that, you know, bought the Marshall rock and roll, and he was sitting here like, it's not happening. And as soon as we plugged in the Mjolnir, the sound came into fruition, as we say. So, I'm just gonna show you some of those sounds with the Mjolnir, which I'll let him take it so that he can actually use it at the gig, and then give it back to me, and then order his own. So, Mjolnir! You're gonna see that in Frankfurt in a very special kind of incarnation, very special presentation. Go Frankfurt Music Messe and check out Joyo's booth with the Mjolnir. We're not saying this because we want to push this amp, right? I mean, we're not trying to like sell this. We're working for Joyo, and this is the better amp than the Marshall. This is not this was really what was happening, right?
Right.
Yes. So, cool thing here, what we'll do now, with the Ironman pedals, all of them set. Okay, this is all straight up. What we're gonna do is, we're gonna close them up, and we'll never have to worry about them again. This This board can be an awful lot smaller if it's not top loaded. If we actually hide the cables, this can be a very small board, and I hope Mario will actually build this. The other thing we're doing is, on every one of these presets, you see I have the trigger out going to the Mjolnir, because now we have a 2-channel amp, and every one of these presets, as soon as I hit the button again, right now on preset B, it'll go into bypass. And I'm telling the looper, when you go into bypass, please hit trigger 1, as you can see right there. And that means every one of these programs, when you go into bypass, will actually switch the Mjolnir into its second channel. So we're actually using the second channel, dry, no effects, for killer rhythm sound. So that's another benefit of using the Joyo Mjolnir. Okay, and I'm gonna hand over the camera to Mario, who will step back there. Because we need some distance. No, just come back here and film this direction. Because if you're too close to the setup, it's going to blow the camera away. So, a little bit back, because probably too close. Okay, so we're on clean here. So here's our clean sound with the Mjolnir's clean setting. And of course this is only the camera mic, so don't go, those are crappy sounds, please stop it. It's just the freaking camera mic. And he's gonna trip and fall and kill everything. So we got some delay and reverb. No, there's no delay actually. Just chorus and reverb. And some slight distortion. Some overdrive. And that's the old school. We're gonna go into rhythm sound. That's the little blaster. Old school into little blaster into the Quattro set on analog. And if I want to go to the Mjolnir's drive channel, all I do is hit any of these switches while I'm engaged in the preset, like right now. Pretty sweet setup. I could hook up the Marshall and show you, but the camera doesn't tell you that stuff anyway. You gotta be right here, or I gotta mic it up, and you know what? It's too late, we're not doing that. Either you trust us, or go out and buy a Marshall. Please, be my guest. Do that. And then come back crying and say, I seriously wish it had been cool, because it looked freaking awesome. But, so, I'm gonna go and have some food now, and help him get this stuff out, and I will see you on the flippity flop, whatever a flippity flop is.